So, let's oh my God, see, try. I know it's hard, but try and be serious. Let's try and see if we can do it. Okay. So, we want to do a best friend tag.
Yeah.
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Random.
Yeah.
And I already know this is going to be chaotic because, of course.
What do you mean? Come on. Okay.
Bestie, have you ever been like on my channel proper? I've never had
At all.
Oh my God.
But you make like the cutest video. You get all this, what's it called? Kenu the Beke. Yeah. That's a
vlog.
The time that you put together those videos, it's not as if we intended to have the video on your channel, but like beautiful moments that you like gathered together and like had it out there, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to do a best friend tag, but we didn't even plan for this. It's so random, it's spontaneous, it's going to be chaotic, but we're going to try our best.
Subscribe. I want to see them subscribe.
Yes.
You have to subscribe to my best friend's channel, you guys. Please.
Very important. Extremely.
Let's go. Drum roll.
Okay. So we tried to get some questions online. And then we try to just come. Let's think of any possible questions. So first of all, I feel like the first question should be, how did we meet?
So we have
wait, calm down. Okay, talk. Cause the thing is, okay, say what you want to say. We've never agreed on
this particular. So because I have a whole different sequence of events of where how things happen, and she has a completely different one. How did we meet? I was alone. I was on my own. But the thing is, so we belong to the
creative writers workshop,
and we've been seeing each other. That kind of thing, and you'd answer questions like intelligently. So
you're telling my story.
You know,
that's true from my own point of view.
Okay.
See, you never even. I don't think you ever noticed.
I didn't know you were in the creative writers workshop.
So the thing is, let me tell you guys. People used to see me as an unserious human being.
That person they want you in school.
Yes,
I was a church girl. What do you expect?
Oh no, I was a coven girl.
And funny thing, I now met the woman of God.
Let me tell you guys, let me tell you what I've been through in this girl. And she used to see me as that friend that they warned you about not to hang out with. Ask me why. Nothing, because I was this tall, beautiful, gorgeous girl that
you
mind her business, you know. I'm there. And I never did anything. And we belonged to the creative writers workshop. So I had seen Splendor. She would sit in front. She was this very intelligent girl that would, you know, those people that would come to you and be answering questions. Auntie I. Wow. She was one of them. Those
actually, I want to call the person, not me. You're mistaking me for someone in our class.
We were in their group.
Okay.
So we belonged to creative writers workshop. So one day we went for the creative writers workshop and they asked the question and Splendor answered.
That was when you now noticed me and now because now you find me. This is where we disagree all the time. One hot afternoon after lectures, I was standing. I had a mission.
Wait, let me tell this story. I said that this video will be chaotic. See, so during the creative writers workshop, they asked the question and she answered the question. And that was the first time I saw that there was something beyond the anti-eye girl in class, that there was actually this very intelligent and balanced person that had like a broader perspective about life, right? And my interest was piqued. I was like, oh wow, this girl is actually not just about books, right? So you know, it's just the way she answered the question, I could tell that there was more. There was just something about her. And when the workshop ended, do you want to now tell you from your own point of view now? Because
thank you guys. I've been waiting for my time. Thank you for that. So yeah, like she was saying, one hot afternoon after lectures, I was standing by myself, alone. I'm a woman, so minding my business. That's how I saw someone from a distance. We one tall, fair, beautiful, yeah. And then you were with one other lady, I think Trustlink, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys started walking towards me.
We did not walk towards
This is the point.
No.
God,
we did not walk. I was standing. I gidded you. Remember, we would always laugh about that. I gidded you. I didn't walk towards you.
So, guys, this the federal, you know, really check out what you want to talk. I was on my own, minding my business, and then I had a church to start. So I was looking around at the souls moving around, souls that I was winning souls. And then I saw one soul walk towards me.
I did not walk
I was
towards
leaning.
you.
I don't mean leaning. I was leaning by that H series. You remember, by the pillar. Next thing, someone signaled. Oh yeah, you actually signaled me.
I called you. I asked you. I fetched you. I did that her.
Rudely, she just said, "Come."
Hello. Come.
Hey, guys.
But
I had souls to win.
Did you come?
I saw her soul. I had souls to win. So I worked majestically with my red suede shoe. And that you bought. Take any with that shoe.
I had to burn that shoe. Not love that shoe so much. She wouldn't give it. She wouldn't let it go. I had to steal it and burn it.
These are things we still talk about later. I've not healed, guys.
Oh,
I refuse to comment on that shoe. So, next thing I came, and then she goes, "You're in ENL, right?"
But you were in ENL, right?
I summoned all the Holy Spirit in me, and then I replied her. I said, "Yes, okay." And then I don't know what else. Can you answer?
I don't know. So the thing is,
it was not
from that moment, I can't remember how the whole thing happened. But at the end of the day, God just wanted two of us to meet. I can't remember what the conversation was about, but she tried winning me to her church. She started preaching because she was seeing me as this sinner. She was looking at me like this soul that needed to be won. In the process of having that conversation, she then discovered that
so we didn't have a lengthy conversation then.
Was it not that day that we went back into one of the classes and sat down with the lady that I was with, Trustlink, right?
Okay, and
then we started talking. No,
Is
just Trustlink and I, then you, the three of us, we went back to that class.
It wasn't
and then
that
you were
day.
trying to, was it not that day?
It wasn't that day.
Because I'm very certain that was the one time that I ever hung out with Trustlink.
So what happened is eventually I would now invite you for like a get together, a church thingy later.
No, yeah. I attended your church
that day. The only thing I remember was walking.
She can't remember. I remember. We went back into the class and then we started having a conversation. And her goal, like she was trying to have this conversation about the church, invite me and all of those things, and tell me about what the church, the mindset and everything. Only for her to discover that she was actually talking to what?
In
your words, right?
When we started having the conversation, I was actually surprised because I didn't expect her tenses to align. I'm so sorry. Like I was this.
First of all, when did you even have that impression of me? What did I ever do to you? What did you ever see me?
So I just think it's a thing, right? There are people that maybe because of how you carry yourself or something, the first impression is that this lady is such a
snob,
such a snobbish person, and oh my god, and then. But it's also a poor mentality thing because the way you were dressed, you were so well dressed and everything, which is supposed to be a classy thing.
Yeah, but
myself from Aba, I didn't look you and your gym, everything, you're 100 level. How are you?
And every time I would carry myself,
you know what I mean?
So people just assumed I was this without getting to know me.
She did absolutely nothing, you guys. I was just being a judgmental.
I don't suffer for this life.
No issues.
I'm a victim of that because I would be on my own. I've never had any encounter. I'd be like, I thought you were a snob. Like, did you say hello to me? And I just said, okay. So, see, guys, we would keep on being about this thing.
How we met.
But how we met, right? But that's
we have to tell this story.
How we became friends.
The time when I knew there was something supernatural, like when we connected. So after that conversation, guys, she left. And then I was walking through the classrooms and I saw a notebook. Now let me paint you a picture. This is University of Benin, Faculty of Arts. Many classes that could hold like 200 people. I walked into one classroom and that classroom had her notebook. She had mentioned that she was looking for
my notebook. I was still serious then.
Yeah, she had a notebook. I was so shocked. When she said, I thought she was lying about the notebook. When I opened, I just saw Deborah Chinechere Mizago, boldly written. I said, So what are the odds of finding that notebook? Myself finding her notebook in the whole of faculty. When I go see a picture of faculty, we will look Google faculty.
It's quite big, everybody knows. So, and I was very distraught about that notebook.
She was
as at then it was first semester 100 level. I was very serious. I had this notebook well written and everything, and I had worked really hard. and I lost it, and I was so sad.
She was so
and then
sad.
I mentioned it to
She
her.
mentioned it to me,
And then she found the notebook. I didn't even know she found it.
I didn't go to look for the note. I just walked into a classroom and I saw my notebook. And that was her notebook. And then the next day I told her, I have a gift for you. I think, do you remember?
Yeah. And
I said, I have a gift for you, and I brought out her notebook.
And I hugged her, and I was so happy. But then that was not even when we became. So that made us. We just started talking. We just flew. Then it was that night's prep day.
Oh,
see, guys,
we can't share this.
No, let's share it.
Let's do it.
We are doing raw. Okay. I'm heading to the UN. So see, guys, I'm going to make it short, right? The point of connection between Splendor, where we became.
It was a night class.
The one and only night class I ever attended in my life.
She was forcing me to go for night class.
Because someone forced me to go, and I wanted to drag someone along, alright? That was the one and only night class I ever attended till I left.
We ever attended,
right?
No, the other one we attended where people were sleeping. Okay, you didn't go.
Oh no. That was I'm very certain that was the only night class I ever went to. So she was there, and we were still being prim and proper. We were not yet friends, just minding our business. Still
No, but myself, I just knew that you were really so I had gone past that prejudice, and I know that there's something about this person. There's something I want. There's something she has that I could learn from. Guys, I was so. I will show the picture of my 100 level so that you understand the level of work she's had to put into me. Honestly,
so during the night class,
she told me she was pressed.
You were the one that wanted to pee. Okay, I wanted to pee, and I said, okay, I want to go pee, and she was like, and then I used to see her as this very strict, like church, just reserved, like so she went with me, and when I spotted to pee, you know how it happened.
I don't know how it happened.
Nature did its thing. And then I didn't know, I just let out a loud fart. Now, let me give you some context, right? I was not free with her then. I used to see her as this very,
It was still
so when I let out that loud fart, if it were to be like someone I was already friends with, I wouldn't mind. So when I let it out, I was embarrassed, like, oh my god.
I found
then immediately
she
started laughing.
I found it extremely funny. I laughed so hard.
I started laughing with her and all of that. That was the day that was when I knew that okay, kindred spirit. So we bonded. Our first bonding was really over fart.
Loud, beautiful, fun.
Yeah, and then
and it sounded.
I mean, honestly, today I don't even know how we became best of friends. Cause how?
I know how we could. See, guys, this is just how we met, and I'm pretty sure we've spent like how many minutes, guys?
How did we? Because sometimes, like, at what point did we even go from being?
So I don't know, but I think for us it happened at two different times. I think for me it happened first. I just knew this because. For me, it happened that
I took a while.
This person is my closest friend. This person is my best friend. You understand?
Yeah.
She is hard to access. Oh my God.
Cause
she has so many layers to her, but when you do, which is what I have. So I mean, it's not easy. It's been quite the journey, which I think that we need to actually do this more often and talk about like the journey, the entire journey, the fights, the disagreements, but how do we share these things and still because I get my arrest. We'll be arrested, guys. I made a band. So guys, that's how we met.
In a nutshell, it's a long story, but in a nutshell, that was how we met. So, okay, the next question should be, what's the most remarkable memory, the most peculiar memory you have of me? We have of each other. So you talk about your own, then I'll talk about my own. Like, what's the most... Like, everything is special, right? But just think of, I know it's hard to pick out one particular memory, but think of the most, let's say, the most touching, the most sentimental experience you've ever shared, you've ever had with me. Like, I don't know. The most touching thing I've ever
Everything is touching.
Just try. Okay, give a couple.
Can you answer what's the most sentimental thing? What's the most sentimental thing?
Everything is sentimental actually. I can't. Okay, let me try.
And then,
I can only. Everything is sentimental, but I can't start. If we start telling the whole story, all the stories, then would need days and weeks to finish that, right? But I can pick out. The first thing, the notebook you found for me was like the very first sentimental thing that ever happened.
Yeah.
Then, oh my God, they're just too much.
That's
the time you came all the way from Lagos to surprise me when I was leaving the country. How you showed up.
Bestie, if you don't mention how
wait now,
Jesus,
it's sequential. Calm down. See, you're even missing one. That project, one very hard project she did for me. That is it oral literature or something? What's that thing? That fool. I wasn't around. I had traveled for, I don't know, I think that one UN Women event or something.
Yeah.
And this very strict lecturer, there was this project thing, and it was like it was a hard project. Even for you to do it alone as the owner of the project, it's hard on its own. And she didn't even tell me she did it for me, and she surprised me. She did that project for me. Splendor, gosh, I can't even begin to. Oh, is it the gifts? Is it during my wedding?
Finally.
Oh my God.
Finally.
Let's not go there. See,
this one I agree. The other things she mentioned.
I showed her pepper. Yeah. It was so fat. Oh, and like the only thing, if I just lie down, she'll ask me how is it? If I say jump, she'll be like, how high am I?
This thing is a full segment.
Honestly, like
I'm thinking. If you ask me,
memories
remarkable things, like the most
way
remarkable thing. Everything is remarkable.
Jesus Christ, how will I forget the most recent? Let me tell you, the most recent thing that's been. I literally cried that day. So I had, when I was still job hunting, I had this interview. I had prepared for it, and the preparation stage was really stressful. I had been so stressed that period, and I had been complaining to her because, of course, we are talking all the time, and she knew how stressed I was. The day of the interview came, I had suffered and prepared the slides and everything. My laptop started acting up. See, everything was just going wrong. I can't explain.
One of those days.
Everything was good. Thelma would remember, Chinema would remember that day. Everything was just going wrong. And at some point, I was so overwhelmed. I just started crying. And then she called me, and then I was just complaining to her, I don't know what's happening. And then I started crying and all of that. And then I went off the call, and I was trying to fix this stuff. Guys, Splendor lives in London, and she's about like 6 hours away drive from me. The next thing I know is that Splendor is at my door. It's about like 4 hours drive.
Honestly, that day was 5. Actually.
That day was like 5 hours drive or whatever. See, next thing I knew, Splendor was at my door.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ.
Mention it.
And last year I wasn't feeling fine. When I was admitted in the hospital, Splendor was there. Like, see, everything is sentimental. If I start,
that's the thing. And guys, a big crybaby. There's so many things. Let me tell you guys. That I survived universe is this one. Yeah. See, this is the place I did not want to go to, that you're making me to go to. Everything is remarkable. I remember my feeding. Let's just go. My entire feeding. Nashi. So, Bestie, honestly, forget, you guys. Is it clothes? Is it there's something, right? The first time I released the song Not Normal, I didn't have a dime. Bestie. I have, honestly guys, everything is remarkable. Everything is remarkable. Everything is remarkable. I couldn't have survived Uniben without this one. Honestly. Okay, so guys, yes, I needed 2 minutes to put myself together. Because how do do I communicate? Isn't them what my feeding was? You don't understand what I'm trying to say. Just it feels like, oh, you just made food in school or you were cooking for me. I wanted to understand that I literally could not be eating well in school without her. Do you understand? Like, she would not mind. Morning, afternoon. I think she had no idea, but like a proper hangout of like a first birthday, her birthday, I was so amazed by how she could gather other amazing people and they had this, celebrating this. How do I explain this, Debbie? Debbie has been a force in my life when it comes to behavior, when it comes to Bestie, I want TikTok.
Well, now, don't talk. Maybe they proceed.
I want TikTok. Now, guys, I would take her phone hostage because then I didn't have a phone for making content and stuff. And then, you know what it means for someone to hand over their phone to you. You have the lock, you have everything. And then I would make videos repeat. I would have her phone for like 4 or 5 hours and she wouldn't bother because she knows, oh, Splendor is doing her music thing. And then I remember when I would not have money to pay for some departmental things. And even before I would ask her, next thing, she pays for 2. You know how you look at the list and hey, God, who was our class rep? Godwin. You know? And then this lady has paid for 2. Just like that. She saved me from having to act like she anticipates this. I cannot, do you understand? This segment won't do it. Maybe when we go on TEDx or something. I don't know how to explain it I don't know how to communicate it so that people would understand, honestly. And then I don't like being vulnerable, guys, so okay. Anyway, so you get the picture, like, and then she has given me the Bestie. Everything is remarkable. There are things I probably cannot talk about, but she's been with me through the darkest times. I mean, dark. And these are things that you cannot quantify them with money, for example. And this is after she has... So these are things that you cannot quantify with money. Someone's presence. Debbie has been a constant presence for years. 9 years and counting. Even when I'm acting out, even when I'm closed off from the world, even when she knows everything. She knows the things that... She knows everything. And she understands everything. She understands things that I don't even have to say. She's therapist, everything, advisor. Should I talk about my music? You people think you love my music? You've not met Debbie. She hears the rehearsal. She hears me second guessing myself. She hears the...
Okay, moving on. See, guys, if you decide to delve, we're not gonna... Okay.
It's that marker. Please, let's move on from remarkable things. I don't like remarkable things.
Okay, so what's the next question? Let's look for something like...
Please, like, this is intense. And all the remarkable things
Let's look for something very... okay, so how long do I take in the shower?
Oh! Guys, no dear.
It's a very simple question.
I love, may I?
You may.
I don't think I need to answer that question, guys. My reaction says, how long do you take in the shower? I don't know if you wash each of your lashes separately. Because come here and go again about bathroom. Talk to me. We're going to...
I don't know. You have to shower well. You have to take your time and be
even Mr. Monk. Mr. Monk. You guys go and see Monk. That's a beautiful series. Or Salubano. Oh Jesus, you take days in a bedroom. God, guys, let her not enter before whenever she's around you, which she will not because I have her for my...
Sorry.
Guys, oh my God, she takes the longest hours in the shower.
Well, take good care of everybody.
How long do I take in the shower?
You just breathe in, breathe out. Yeah. But she's pretty clean. So good all the time. So, this is very funny. Okay, what is my favorite music?